say Crawford. If you go down the list and ask me about tactical advantages, most of them are Crawford. What Canelo has is size, and as a result, physical strength and punching power.
A neck as wide as Broadway, for crying out loud.
Right.
The thing that I don't like about Canelo is that it's like almost every shot has to be a power shot.
It's a power shot, yes.
They both hit hard. Because and you can see the strength. You know, when I was fighting against Crawford, I didn't think Crawford was that strong, but when he kind of moved me around a little bit, he is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much weight? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go up and fight Canelo?
Interview Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith break down the clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Stephen A. predicts Crawford will win by decision, but he warns of danger. He recalls Gervonta Davis's warning that Crawford could get caught if he trades too much. With Canelo's natural strength and size, Stephen A. says Crawford must depend on speed, defense, and ring smarts instead of brawling. Both analysts agree that brains, not brawn, will decide the fight.
Greatness. And a neck as wide as Broadway, for crying out loud.
Right.
The thing that I don't like about Canelo is that it's like almost every shot has to be a power shot.
It's a power shot, yes.
And that's not beating Crawford. I will confess, I think Gervonta Davis's trainer, Cal, I think he said this. He said Crawford could find himself in trouble, and I'm not sure it was him, but I think it was him. He said Crawford could find himself in trouble if he decides to engage with Canelo, because Canelo is the naturally bigger, strong fighter. And I don't care that Crawford's gotten bigger, and I don't care that Crawford's going to go in there just as big as Canelo. Canelo is accustomed to fighting at the weight.
Meanwhile, Max Kellerman points out that Terence Crawford's skills appear sharper, giving him a technical edge. He notes Canelo Alvarez's granite chin and naturally bigger frame, which allow him to absorb and deliver in heavy exchanges. Still, Kellerman says Canelo has shown some decline lately, not looking as sharp or dominant as before. This fight, he explains, is shaped as Crawford's precision and timing versus Canelo's toughness and durability.
Great chin, a great chin. But in terms of, if you want to go skill for skill, especially the recent version of Canelo, who's had to turn into a seek and destroy guy, who had to learn as his career went on to cut off the ring and not just follow guys around. Like Lara, Trout, Floyd, he followed those guys around. He had trouble because he's really a natural counterpuncher who wants you to come to him. But in recent years at super middleweight, he's gotten really good at cutting off the ring. Again, last fight notwithstanding. So as an overall suite of skills, recent vintage, it's been Crawford. Okay. But Canelo also is skilled and has a larger skeleton than Crawford. No matter what they weigh, Canelo's the bigger guy.
Yeah. You briefly mentioned Canelo's power, so who I would assume Canelo has the
You'd have to think, unless Crawford, Crawford was on a knockout streak until he moved up to junior middleweight and then failed to stop Madrimov.
Antonio Tarver, respected analyst and ex-world champion, openly supports Terence Crawford, but admits the challenges. Massive. Tarver says Crawford has already proven himself in several weight classes. Still, this contest is on a completely different level. He adds that it is not only the hardest fight of Crawford's career, but also one that Canelo Alvarez has never truly faced in his own journey.
Crawford's take, I'm Bud counting all the way. But this is going to be the toughest fight, the best fighter Bud has ever been in the ring with. And arguably, this could be the best fighter Canelo has ever been in the ring with. We'll find out which one is which on September 13th.
Antonio, I appreciate your time. Safe travels back home.
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio.
Timothy Bradley Jr., known for his sharp boxing mind, believes the first round of Canelo versus Crawford will be cautious. He expects both men to avoid risks early, using the time to read timing, distance, and movement. Bradley explains Crawford often starts big fights patiently, watching before setting traps. Canelo also tends to test distance in round one before adjusting. Bradley says this means the opener won't be fireworks, but a quiet chess match.
Crawford wants to feel his punching power as well. In the beginning, it's all the position balance. Like both guys are trying to get balance and trying to find their rhythm, you know, understanding their distance to where they can punch and at the same time avoid getting hit. You know, it takes Crawford a little bit more time than I would say Canelo to get right to it. Canelo, although I would say he is a prolific counterpuncher, fantastic counterpuncher, you know, he tends to find his spots a lot quicker. You know, and the indication of that is when, if you look at any of the boxers that Canelo has faced, Trout, even Danny Jacobs, even when he fought against Charlo, you just check out the first round. You know, he usually takes off, just feels the power, you know, cruises, you know, see what these guys know, couple of feints, level changes, you know, just gathering information, right? Crawford does the same and similar things. So I think the first round's going to be a real, like, calm and cautious round by both fighters. But in the second round, Canelo's going to start applying that pressure, man. Pre-engagement with Crawford is a little bit more difficult than a Charlo, okay? You know, let me explain this. So pre-engagement is the movements before you get into that sweet spot, which is mid-range, to be able to let your hands go, right? Both guys are trying to counter each other's movement. Both guys are looking at each other's, you know, hands, trying to anticipate what they believe is going to come next.
Walmer Khan, who has fought both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, offers a unique view. Khan says Crawford has already secured greatness, especially at welterweight. He warns that weight classes exist for a reason, and facing naturally bigger fighters is dangerous. Khan believes Crawford did not need this risky step since his legacy is secure. Still, he sees Crawford's ambition to silence doubters and chase history. But Khan is clear this is a gamble that could raise Crawford forever or cost him dearly.
And we did all the build-up. They were nothing but respectful. Yeah. I just feel that, you know, in boxing, weight divisions are made there they make him for a purpose. And I highly respect and say pound for pound, the best fighter is Crawford by far, and beats anyone. But when you start putting weight on and you go up a weight and you fight these guys like Canelo, even though Canelo might be now getting a little bit older and might be slowing down a little bit, but he's still going to be very dangerous. That punch power, you're still going to get tagged, you're still going to get hit. You're going to have to spar heavier guys to get ready for that anyway. So you're going to be taking a lot of wear and tear anyway. You're going to have to adding a few pounds on. Does he need to put that pressure on himself? He's done what no one's ever done before. 2-time undisputed world champion. So why not just enjoy? But obviously you want to go for that next challenge. Now for him, he wants to go for that Canelo. I would advise him not to go for that. Yeah. But if he's the man and he knows how good he is himself. So I can't really say to him that do this or do that. So really,
he believes in his skills. He
believes in his skill. Yeah. We can't answer for him. Yeah. We let him go and do it. You know what I'm saying? And we all might be wrong. Yeah. He might be even stronger than Canelo. He might pack the weight on well. Yeah. That he might do really well in there. So look,
you fought them both. Like what are the differences between them? Obviously, it's weight.
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit. Very easily. Yeah. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit clean. Yeah. So really, that's the difference. And they both hit hard. Because and you can see the strength. You know, when I was fighting against Crawford, I didn't think Crawford was that strong, but when he kind of moved me around a little bit, he is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go up and fight Canelo?
View promoter Tom Loeffler looks at the fight from a business angle. He says Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are two of the biggest stars in the sport, each with huge fan bases worldwide. Loeffler explains that very few modern fights can match this one for scale. It's not only a scale battle, but also two empires colliding. Canelo's reign as boxing's face against Crawford's pound-for-pound rise. He adds the hype is deserved since fights of this level rarely happen across weight divides.